Hola, ¿cómo están, my compañeros? Here's the disgusting cockroach known as the House Speaker, Nancy Pelosi. Please listen.
Virus. You can't just say we need to do something, but we're going to let the virus run free. Now that it's even run free in the White House, think of how it is in a poor neighborhood when the president is insisting that children actually go back to school.
God forbid.
In order to get the funding that he is recommending. These poor kids are largely minority children.
Poor kids are not largely minority.
Exposed to the virus are largely minority. By everybody's affected. But the death
She just caught herself. She just said that if you're poor, you're most likely a minority. That just is not borne out by the facts. Here is a U.S. Census document from 2019, and it says, or it states as follows. This is for poverty. The poverty rate for non-Hispanic whites was 7.3% in 2019, with 14.2 million individuals in poverty. See, that's down from 8.1% and 15.7 million in 2018. So in 2019, there's a total of 14.2 million white individuals who identify as white, non-Hispanic, 14.2 million individuals in poverty. Poverty rate for blacks was 18.8% in 2019 with 8.1 million individuals in poverty. That's almost half as many individuals. I know it's a larger percentage of their whole, but in terms of the number of individuals in poverty, when we're talking about individuals who are suffering, human suffering, it's 2 to 1. So it's to say that poverty is a black problem is not true. To say that poverty is a Hispanic problem is not true. Poverty is a human problem. We are humans first. We are humans before we are anything else. We are humans. So for the House Speaker to just try to make that baseless claim that if she tried to draw that connection, she tried to rile up those racist emotions. Listen once again.
Kids are largely minority children. People exposed to the virus are largely minority by everybody.
She caught herself. She caught herself.
The death toll and the lack of...
Listen to why she's speaking in this manner. If you look at her left lapel, you'll see this brooch. This brooch is significant of something. It's called the Mace of the United States House of Representatives. This brooch is worn. She wore it a couple of times. She's worn it during her impeachment and during the impeachment process of President Trump. And she also wore the brooch during the State of the Union address where she tore up the speech at the end. So this brooch right here is indicative of her being on some sort of warpath. This is Nancy Pelosi. This is her. This is what she thinks. This is how she thinks.
Testing and tracing in the minority community has had a very negative impact. So we have to be serious about this. Let me just back up for a second and say this.
Yeah, you better back up. I thought this was hilarious when she said this. Listen.
In a poor neighborhood when the president is insisting that children actually go back to school.
Oh my goodness. He's insisting that the children actually go back to school. Heavenly Father, I pray to the Lord of heaven and earth that the young people can have a future that was 20 times brighter than mine, with more liberty and more freedom and more morality than I could ever imagine. I pray for the future of the young people.